Hello everyone, I'm Phoebe, and today I'll be talking you through some tips on recording yourself, including how to submit to our Young Artists competition. We'll start with a discussion on equipment, and then we'll move on to talking about how to use that equipment to make the best recording you can of your flute playing. If you already have a microphone that you like and are comfortable with, then you're all set. However, if you're in the market for a new microphone or you're curious about the options out there, I'll walk you through some of them. The most accessible choice, of course, is the microphone built into your tablet, laptop, or phone. Now, while these can be great for getting a general idea of your playing, they aren't built to sensitively reflect the nuances of music, and especially of flute playing. So it's easy for dynamics, legato, intonation, and color to get a bit lost in recordings on these devices. That's not to say that it's impossible to get a great recording on one of these, but it might take a bit more work to make sure the quality of your playing is reflected well on a built-in microphone. A quick upgrade from a built-in device microphone is a relatively inexpensive stereo microphone that can be plugged into a tablet or phone directly. From there, if you're looking for something even more versatile and heavy-duty, but that might set you back over $100 to $150, Zoom, Roland, and Yeti make fantastic microphones with a variety of features and price points. I've left some links in the description for you to browse if you'd like to learn more about the pros and cons of each of these options. Personally, I've recorded the audio for almost every audition tape I've made in the last 3 years on my Zoom H2N. And once I took the time to experiment with the settings and learn more about its features, I've grown to really love it. That brings me to my next point: how to get the most out of the equipment that you have. First of all, we want you to know that everyone involved in the Young Artist competition understands that practicing safe social distancing is our #1 priority right now. And because of that, it might be more difficult than usual to borrow a microphone from a friend, or school, or a library, or even to order one. Because of that, we're committed to making sure that you have the knowledge to get the best recording you can out of your equipment, regardless of what you have access to. Knowledge of how to use your recording equipment to get the best sound and contrast you can actually be more important in the final product than the equipment itself. Here are some strategies to try. Test the levels on your device by playing the loudest and highest section or sections of the piece you're recording, and then listen back. Make sure that the sound at the loudest and highest points doesn't get distorted or begin to crack. That's a sign that the sensitivity on your device is too high. On standalone microphones, you can adjust these levels manually, but on a built-in microphone, such as in a phone, you might need to find a larger space and move the device farther away from you. Play sections at various dynamic levels, and listen back to see if the difference between them is readily apparent. You might need to bring these differences out a little more than you expect in order for them to register clearly on a recording device. Make sure also to listen back to your crescendos and diminuendos to make sure that the final product sounds exactly the way you'd like it to. Listen for your articulation as well. Are staccato notes coming across as truly short, or are they maybe a little muffled? See if you can make the separation truly distinct so that this registers clearly on your device. If you're in a very live space, such as one with lots of wood, you might want to consider bringing in a blanket or closing the curtains in order to soak up a little bit of the reverberation. If your space isn't live enough for you, you can try the opposite. Finally, make sure that you get comfortable with your choice of equipment well before the submission deadline, so that you have plenty of time to make any necessary adjustments to your approach to the pieces, and lots of time to get some great takes. When you listen back to each take, use the best quality headphones you have to get a full picture of how you sound. Make sure you trim so that the file just contains the take you're happy with, save it in a compatible audio format, and submit it to the competition. Happy experimenting with your recording setup, and good luck! We can't wait to receive your submissions.